to extend an enormous welcome to the class of 2024, to our friends and to our families, as we gather here today for this momentous rite of passage. I am overjoyed with the responsibility of delivering this invocation as your class vice president. Delivering the invocation is truly the greatest honor and privilege of my evening. I would like to thank all of our families who joined us today to celebrate this amazing achievement of ours. I would like to thank my own family for always being my #1 supporter in all of my endeavors. I would also like to thank all of the amazing teachers who are a part of this ceremony, who devoted countless hours to ensuring we had the best possible experience at our graduation, and I thank them for being here. I would also like to thank Ms. Jenkins for being here too.
Thanks, Liam.
Throughout the course of the evening, some of us may reminisce about memories we have made within the walls of the castle. Some of us may cry if we have not already. Some of us will impatiently wait until we finally get to walk across this stage and receive our diploma from the hands of Mr. Seymour. And some of us, well, are questioning when the Savage Swing will finally get off the stage. We are all here for one reason. We rose to the challenge. Some of us breezed through high school without facing many of the difficulties that others had. For some, high school was easy. For others, it was a 4-year-long endeavor, passing classes with only C's and D's. Well, for passing our classes, for some of us, was a struggle. Some of us are CTE completers, while others were placed solely on the collegiate path. No matter how we got here, no matter how we may or may not have struggled to get here, to reach this amazing achievement, one truth remains. We have all earned our place here. We all deserve to be here. This graduation belongs to all of us. Don't you forget it. May we all continue to rise to the challenge. And finally, Montani Semper Liberi.
Everyone can sit now. This is not from memory. Good evening. My name is Margot Sorbonne, and I'm speaking for you today as the Class of 2024 President. First, I'd like to welcome our Superintendent, Mr. Martin, Principal, Mr. Seymour, members of the Preston County Board of Education, teachers, administrative staff, families, friends, and of course, our graduating seniors. As many of my peers and those in the crowd know, it was recently college admission season. And with that comes college applications. These applications not only ask about GPA, transcripts, and test scores, they also have short essay prompts. There was one prompt that I encountered over and over again. And it stood out to me. It was always some variation of the question, how will your upbringing, background, and life experiences help you contribute to the diversity of this college? Looking at Preston County from the outside in, I don't think diverse is the first adjective that comes to mind. Oftentimes, we get lumped into a generic category of small, intergenerational town with a whole bunch of farmland, and that's kind of it. In the process of answering this question and reflecting on my experiences in not only Preston County, but abroad as well, I came to realize that us Prestonians are pretty darn multifaceted. Growing up, the same person who coached my youth soccer team was a retired Army veteran, or a nurse, or a real estate agent. The same businesses that provided loans or pizza or construction services help sponsor our teams. Within Preston High, it's no different. The same kids in my dual credit political science class are also getting their journeyman license. My peers in FFA are also in Pottery 3. Preston County gives you the room to not only do both, but do it all. Be an athlete, a 4-H'er, an academic, a writer, a math nerd, a traveler, all at the same time. And never once was I expected to give one up for the other. My junior year of high school, I studied abroad in Germany. I didn't step foot on American soil for 332 straight days. As my return date approached, I talked to my family a lot about how re-entry would be. Would my friends still like me? Would I still fit in? Would I still be able to do the things I had done before? A year is a long time to be away. And this is where you come in, class of 2024. Before I even returned home, you guys voted me in as class president. Upon my return, you accepted me back with welcoming arms. This, to me, exemplifies what it means to be diverse. Making room for everyone, even people who are already here. And so I answered my prompt along the same lines every time. My childhood experiences, my background as a Prestonian, will provide diversity on every front. Socioeconomic, experience, understanding, and community. And having a Prestonian on your campus is the best possible decision you could make. In the spirit of reflection, I would like to talk about a beloved Sorbonne storybook entitled Tomorrow, a story in a collection about two best friends, Frog and Toad. In this story, Toad keeps pushing his chores off until tomorrow. This house is a mess. I have so much work to do, said Toad. Toad, you are right, said Frog. It is a mess. Toad pulled the covers over his head. I will do it tomorrow. This pattern continued, Toad's house getting messier as Frog came over each day. Eventually, though, Toad said, I feel miserable. When Frog asked why, the response was, I'm thinking about tomorrow. I'm thinking about all the many things that I will have to do. Frog said, yes, tomorrow will be a very hard day for you. Let me be the frog to your Toad, class of 2024. Tomorrow will be hard. Tomorrow we are no longer high school students. We will be college students, entering trade school, joining the military, or beginning our careers. Even though we may want to pull the covers over our heads and put it off, we're going to begin the next stage of our lives in about 45 minutes. What's interesting, though, is that when Toad does do his chores, he gets it all done and says, I don't feel miserable anymore because I have done all that work. And now I can save tomorrow for something different. Absolutely agreed, Frog. I agree as well. I want to remind all of you that part of tomorrow is something exciting. We have done our work, taken our finals, managed to pass our classes 4 years, suffered through senioritis. Now we can save tomorrow for something different. In closing, I'd like to thank a few people who have made me the person speaking before you today. I want to thank my dad for reading everything that I've ever written and encouraging me unconditionally. My mom for being my sounding board, editor, and thesaurus all in one. My teachers, especially Mrs. Zigray, for believing in me outside of my last name, and Mrs. Jones, since everything I've ever accomplished, I owe to 3rd grade. Mrs. Silcott for inviting me into her wheelhouse of language and getting me hooked on it. Mrs. Matheny for making sure I had all my classes and all my credits. Mrs. Doyle for supporting me transcontinentally. Mrs. Barker for being the frog to my Toad, sometimes letting me pull up the covers and leave it for tomorrow, or telling me to just get it done. For being my confidant in all things. My brother Henry for being my biggest role model and harshest critic when I needed it. My brother Lowell for being my best friend above all else. And finally, I want to thank you guys, my peers and friends for the last 4 years or longer. Let us look at today not as an ending, simply a precursor to tomorrow. Thank you.
Good evening. I would like to begin by stating how happy I am to be here for this outdoor ceremony at Knight Stadium. Decisions about weather is one of my least favorite aspects of my job. I was obviously I'm so thankful to be here with everyone on this beautiful evening. I've so appreciated the opportunity to take part in the series of activities that have occurred over the last week to honor the Preston High School class of 2024. On Monday, I witnessed 160 members of the class be recognized for achievement of a wide variety of vocational skills at the CTE graduation ceremony. On Tuesday, I saw members of the class garner over $2 million in scholarships to trade schools, colleges, and to the military during Senior Awards Night. Finally, we're gathered here tonight to celebrate the Preston High School class of 2024 with our culminating graduation ceremony. My attendance to these activities this week has helped to reinforce in my mind the outstanding group of students that sit before me tonight, anxiously awaiting the receipt of your diplomas to mark the end of your high school careers and to begin a new chapter in your lives in which some will attend college or trade school, some will begin your commitments to the armed services, and some will use the skills earned here to enter into the job market. As our district's first superintendent to also be a graduate of Preston High School, I cannot tell you how much I am honored to have the opportunity to address the senior class, their families, school faculty, and other honored guests. As a proud member of the Preston High School class of 1995, I am truly humbled to stand before you tonight, and I just want to say to each member of this year's graduating class of how proud I am of each of you, and that I pray that each of you will be able to look back at your times here at PHS as fondly as I do. In assessing the experiences of the class of 2024, it should be remembered that your class entered into high school in the midst of the pandemic. As a class, you had to adjust to the challenges of remote learning, mask requirements, quarantine rules, and activity restrictions that were unprecedented at the time. Despite these many obstacles, as a class, you have worked hard and persevered to earn your right to be recognized as graduates tonight, and you've achieved substantial accomplishments during your time at PHS. Members of the class of 2024 have gained admittance to prestigious colleges and universities, have proudly represented the county in numerous academic and vocational competitions, and have earned conference, all-state, and state championship awards related to athletic performances. These accomplishments are a source of pride to the school and to the county at large, and your class should be remembered positively for years to come. Students, I promise myself I won't speak too long tonight, as tonight is truly about you. However, before I depart, I would like to offer a few pieces of advice that I hope will be helpful to you now and in the future. First, I would encourage you to recognize and appreciate the people who have helped you along your journey through life. These people include your parents, grandparents, teachers, coaches, counselors, administrators, friends, and other members of the community who have helped you during your high school careers. While each of you are capable of achieving at a high level individually, the love and support of those around you is what will truly help you to achieve to the best of your abilities. Second, I would implore each of you to live each day with honor and integrity by living up to your commitments, treating others the way you would expect to be treated, and seek out ways to help and support those in need. There is no cost to being a good person. In the words of Maya Angelou, people in time will typically forget what you said, they may forget what you do, but people will never forget how you make them feel. Finally, I would encourage each of you to go out into the world and seek out and discover whatever you're truly passionate about and pursue those interests in any way that you can. As you leave Preston High, many of you don't have everything figured out, and that's okay. Life is a series of experiences marked by both triumphs and mistakes that will help teach and guide and hopefully enable you to become a well-rounded, successful, and fulfilled adult. In conclusion, in reflecting on the class of 2024, you are a group that has demonstrated leadership, success, and the ability to work through any obstacle that was placed in your way. As a class, you have left a lasting and positive impression on Preston High School. I want to congratulate the class of 2024 and wish each member of the class the best and luck in your future endeavors. Thank you.
Speaking next will be Henry Sorbonne. Henry graduated from Preston High School as valedictorian 2019 before continuing his education at Harvard. He graduated in 2023 with a bachelor's in ontology of autonomous systems, one of fewer than 5 students per year that create their own degree across the fields of robotics, philosophy, biology, computer science, and math, with a concurrent master's in computer science. He is currently a Rhodes Scholar, the first from West Virginia since 2004 at Oxford University in England, working toward his PhD in biology. Henry is a researcher, published author, photographer, and falconer. But most importantly, he is my big brother. Please welcome Mr. Henry Sorbonne.
Hello and good evening to the Preston High School graduating class of 2024. My name is Henry Sorbonne, and I have the distinct pleasure of standing before you as your alumni speaker. I'd like to first thank Danielle Barker and the entire graduation committee, the teachers and staff of Preston High School, the parents, relatives, and friends here tonight, and the graduating seniors for having me. When I was first contacted to give this speech, the email read as follows. As a former graduate of our school, you have undoubtedly experienced the same struggles, joys, and triumphs that our current students are facing. We believe that your experiences and achievements since leaving our school would serve as an inspiration to our graduates as they embark on their own journeys. So I tried to come up with the struggles, joys, and triumphs that I've faced over the last few years. There have certainly been struggles. The COVID-19 pandemic, overloaded schedules, and lost loved ones. There have been joy. We're back. All right. Hiking in Switzerland, snorkeling in Japan, and visits to the pub in Britain. And I like to think that I've had... This mic is clearly not one of them. And I like... Okay, we're back. And I like... And I like... Okay. And I like to think that I've had some triumphs. Publishing academic work, graduating from Harvard with an undergraduate master's degree, and being the first West Virginian in 19 years to win a Rhodes Scholarship. I hope that all of you might achieve your own triumphs and joys, whatever forms they might take, and undergo as little sorrow as possible. I'll be honest with all of you. I do not usually give alumni addresses at high school graduations. I do, however, spend a great deal of time advising graduating college seniors on how to apply for fellowships and graduate schools. The question that I always ask them, which I think apply to everyone finishing something, are who have you been, who are you now, and who are you going to become? These 3 questions inform every other one you might be asked about life. When I gave my valedictorian speech at my own graduation just 5 years ago, I urged my then classmates to remember that they were members of several groups. You would all do well to remember the same, that each and every one of you is a member of the class of 2024, a child of Preston County, and a graduate of Preston High School. You come from a place of unspeakable beauty, steadfastness, and support. Remembering these ties to Preston High School, to Preston County, and to West Virginia will help you answer those 3 questions. By means of example, here are some lessons that I continue to draw from the state that helped me answer who I have been, who I am now, and who I want to become. On meeting people. In the 5 years since graduating, I've lived in 5 different states and 4 different countries. In all of those places, upon meeting a new person, I've been met with sentences of the following form. You're the first person I've ever met from West Virginia. I can't believe you're from West Virginia. You must have had a terrible childhood in West Virginia. How did you make it out? It seems that our state is generally known for 2 things. The first is country roads. I've heard the song sung in accents ranging from Swedish to German to French to Japanese. The second is that it's a poor state that is ranked poorly in terms of educational resources. The sorrow of it all is that West Virginia is a misunderstood place, and the resulting struggle is that you are now responsible, like it or not, for fixing it. There are a great number of ways to go about doing this, far too many to outline in a short address, and far too diverse to extract all of them from my own 5 years of trying. What I can tell you is that a great initial step is to represent the state well. Embody its lessons and ethos, whether you remain a resident or live outside its beautiful borders. Either way, you will represent West Virginia. Who you have, who you are, and who you will be is a West Virginian. There is no greater joy than representing West Virginia to people across America and beyond. No greater triumph than replying that I love my childhood here, and it was pivotal to who I am now. On asking for advice. When I started my PhD at Oxford, I was in a new field. For anyone who knew me in high school, I was an engineering kid. I worked on robots. And for anyone who saw me walk through a barn at Buckwheat, I was not comfortable being around, let alone working with, animals. And yet I showed up at Oxford to do a PhD in biology. Not only that, but I would also be working with hawks, living, breathing animals. And so the first thing I did was to walk up to the animal caretaker and ask her advice on my planned experiments. She was stunned. The graduate students never ask my advice on experiments. They assumed that because I didn't go to college, I didn't know anything about science. For me, asking her made more sense than asking anyone else. She had worked with animals for over 10 years. She was with them every day to feed them, clean their enclosures, and work with them. I'm happy to report that my experiments have gone well, in no small part because of her early advice. This kind of story echoes a skill I learned in West Virginia early on. Enter a space and try to become an expert in it. Unlike many of the people I've met at academic institutions, I rarely became an expert by secluding myself in a library or on a computer. Instead, I tried to talk to as many people as possible. Even my brother Lowell, now studying architecture, once texted me at 1 in the morning. Henry, what line weight should a building that's 3 feet tall be? For those of you sitting in the audience wondering what that question is even asking, I was in the same boat. But I did have a friend who was a graduate student in architecture, so I asked him. As I complained about Lowell's ridiculous question to my roommates, one of my roommates smiled and said, "But I bet you knew who to ask." Knowing who to ask is a rare skill. Being willing to ask is an even rarer one. I can soar both of those qualities, part of who I am, to my childhood in West Virginia. Growing up here, you come to seek the good in people. You learn that even though someone isn't like you, they have skills and knowledge that you do not. You, the class of 2024, filled with students who are graduating with everything from professional certifications, enlistment orders, and college acceptances, are a testament to that. on giving people rides. Looking back further than Oxford to my childhood, a key memory is getting rides places. I would get rides to soccer practice and games, to and from after-school events. Later, I would get rides to robotics practice and board meetings, all by Preston County parents, even if they weren't going to the same place. Even though I wasn't their kid, there was always someone going who had space and was happy to tow you along. I now understand the selflessness inherent to the rides I received. More than that, it was a tangible acting out of being part of a community. I like to think that if you're a West Virginian at home or abroad, and you meet someone else from the Mountain State, there's an instant connection. This isn't just because you've both seen the sun set over these old hills or driven back roads in questionable weather. It's a connection born from being raised by a collective larger than yourself or your family. It's knowing what it is to get a ride, of knowing that there will be a ride, whether you need it or not. Who you all have been is someone who has received rides. As you graduate today and enter the world, be someone who gives rides to others. Finally, I will leave you with an earnest request for help. Jay Rockefeller once said to parents that they should send their kids out into the world to collect experiences and skills and wisdom so that you might return home to better it. So whether you leave this state for a time, forever, or never at all, remember that this county and this state are part of who you have been, are, and are going to become. Be the caring, intelligent, hardworking individuals I know you all to be, and that I tell the world that you are. So, to the Preston High School class of 2024, I offer my deepest congratulations. To my sister Margot, I could not be prouder of you. I would say that I hope you'll follow in my footsteps, but I know that your path will so quickly outshine my own. May you and all of your classmates go do great things. Thank you.
Okay. Is that good? Okay. Parents, esteemed faculty, and the remarkable class of 2024. We did it. Here we are on one of the biggest days of our young lives, the finale of all of our combined efforts. As I stand before you this evening, I feel high school has been as sure as everyone tells me I am. Despite this, finding the perfect words to encapsulate this moment has proved to be a daunting task. How do I share not only my personal journey, but also honor the collective spirit of our amazing class? When I realized the key to this speech lies within each of us, that is when the right words finally came to. In this very moment, like many of you, I'm a whopping 17 years old. In 5 years, I will be 22, a college graduate, and in my first year of grad school. In another 5 years, I will be working, and in another 5, I will have maybe paid off my student loans. Probably not. But when I'm wrinkly and reflecting on my years spent in high school, I will choose to remember us not only as the sure-minded, mature, solid, and ready for the world 17 and 18-year-olds old we are today, but as a combination of every age we've lived to lead us to this point in time. Within my 17-year-old self, I am also 2 years old, being moved to a town unfamiliar to myself and my family. 4 years old, starting preschool, meeting the classmates I would spend my next 13 years of education with. 11 years old, looking into colleges, just like every other 11-year-old does, worrying that my education would suffer in a small rural town, thinking I might have a better shot of getting into college with an education from another high school. 12 years old, feeling like I didn't fit in with my peers years that have known how to operate a tractor since birth, with city slicker parents who don't hunt, don't fish, and taught me to say soda instead of pop. 14 years old, starting high school amidst the global pandemic, meeting entirely new classmates, and realizing studying actually does help. 15 years old, feeling the lows of a high school student, spending nights after cheer practice climbing mountains of homework. 16 years old, realizing gas is as expensive as your parents say it is, and wondering when $20 got to be so little. As a 17-year-old who has spent much of my adolescence wanting to run away from my hometown, I can finally say I was wrong about so many things. I know now that being able to claim Preston County as my home is an accomplishment. Although my upbringing was filled with trials and tribulations, this town, this school, and this community has shaped me into the young adult I am today. I've come to appreciate that despite not sharing the same agricultural upbringing as my classmates, they've always treated me as an equal. I've humbly learned that my concept of knowledge pales in comparison when my classmates know how to take apart an engine, milk a cow, or cultivate food from the ground. My education, in fact, has not suffered, but has given me resilience to fight for the same opportunities as others in big city have been given. I've also learned that high school, while filled with awkwardness, uncertainty, and god-awful haircuts, is also filled with friendships and mentors that are beacons of light. As we approach the end of high school, graduation is regarded as an ultimate end, an untimely death of our adolescence. We toss our upbringing aside and aim to reinvent ourselves. We search endlessly for who we will be outside of the school walls. But I truly believe, as author B.J. Neblett writes, we are the sum total of our experiences. Experiences make us who we are today. They create the shades of our lives. If we choose to ignore the lessons we've learned from them and how they are ingrained into us, we lessen the richness we have to offer the world. None of us were the same person yesterday, and we surely won't be the same one tomorrow. As I plan to leave this community and explore all that the world has to offer, I will remember each experience and person that has woven this community deeply into my own identity. Class of 2024. As we embark on our next journey, remember each age and stage that got us here. Remember each person, friend, or stranger that has gone through these moments with us in solidarity. Remember each teacher or coach that has supported us and uplifted our passions. Remember each awkward haircut, bad grade, each failure and misstep along the way. Remember each global pandemic and falling out, and each trophy and celebration. Choose to carry the lessons we have learned as our 17, 15, 12, 10, and 8-year-old selves as we step boldly into the future, armed with the wisdom of our past and the promise of our potential. Thank you.
Class of 2024, as I stand before you on the day we've been waiting for all our lives, I want to take a moment to appreciate all that we've accomplished and experienced in these last 4 years. Our high school experience had an unexpected start with so many what-ifs. Our 8th grade year came to a halt, and just like that, we became freshmen. We had no idea what was to come and where our high school years would take us as we persevered through a global pandemic. When we began our sophomore year and the mask and social distancing mandates lifted, we finally got to experience the Friday night lights, homecoming festivities, lunches with friends, and seeing the smiles on each other's faces. The most exciting part of no longer wearing masks show off my new smile after 3 years of braces. Over these last 4 years, we have learned to work hard at all that we do and have begun shaping ourselves into the people we were made to be. We've started making names for ourselves and building the reputations we want to be remembered by. Although high school has been the season in our lives where we feel that reputations define your worth, I want to remind you all that your true character is what makes you individually unique. When I was in middle school, I began to put all of my self-worth into what others thought of me, until my mom shared a quote with me that changed my life, and I believe it's one that you all should know for all your future endeavors. The quote reads, "Reputation is the shadow, character is the tree," by Abraham Lincoln. Who you truly are on the inside is what matters most and will reflect on the world around you. Your character and how you treat others means so much more than what the world may think of you and the titles you hold. While your accomplishments are worth being proud of, don't forget that your character is what makes you the person you are. We are about to enter a new chapter in our lives, and it is important to uphold ourselves to the highest standards. We have succeeded so much together as a class and as maturing individuals. Let us be kind and successful people and show the world what the class of 2024 is made of. As we enter adulthood, let your character be one of kindness, perseverance, hard work, integrity, truthfulness, and optimism. I wish the best for each and every one of you here today. I look forward to the future we will create. Work hard to reach your successes and be proud of the progress you've made. Be patient with the journey, and even when you reach your goals, stay humble and let your successes speak for themselves. Encourage others in their journey as well, and remember that success is not always linear. Be kind to yourself and others always. Fellow graduates, I want to leave you with one final piece of advice. Be proud of yourself and how far you've come. Work hard in all that you do. Be kind to others, and remember that your reputation is the shadow of your character tree. Never forget the memories that made your high school experience one to cherish forever, and always be your unique self. Because I know that the class of 2024 has a lot to bring to the table. Thank you and congratulations. We did it.
Good evening. As the principal of Preston High, I'm excited to present to family and friends these graduates of the class of 2024. Through hard work and dedication, these students have come to this point where the state of West Virginia and the Preston County Board of Education say they are ready to go out and make a mark on their world. Here at PHS, we have tried to lay a foundation of learning so that they will have a lifetime of success. Students, we hope you build on what you have learned to have a life fulfilled. To your parents, family, and friends, and the others who are here, I want to say thank you for supporting them all these years. I'm sure some of you may have wondered if this day would ever come, but through perseverance and prayer, they made it. To your teachers and staff, I want to say thank you for the years you have invested in the lives of these students. I know this can be a bittersweet time, but I want to thank you for all you have done to help them get to this moment. Today, Preston High sends you out as knights. You may leave us as students, but you will always be a knight. Good luck in your future, and may God bless you. So, for the last time as a PHS student, Knights rise. Mr. Martin and members of the Board of Education, it is my honor and privilege to present to you these members of the class of 2024. They have completed all the graduation requirements of the state of West Virginia and the Board of Education of Preston County.
Mr. Seymour, as a representative of the Preston County Board of Education in the state of West Virginia, I accept that these seniors have met all of the requirements for graduation and are now ready to receive their diplomas.
You may be seated.
Margot Irina Sorbonne. Liam Connor Savage. Piper Alexis Slinkapetka. Baker. Wyatt David Bolliard. Jacob John Delsignor. Jenna Gracie May Elswick. Zachary Austin Farrell. Chloe Lynette Fisher. Allie Nicole Fitchett. Reese Elizabeth Friend. Drew Athanasius Harvey. Tyra Dawn Post. Zoe Lynn Keller. Elizabeth Catherine LaRue. Laura Ann Moreland. Kirsten Paige Myers. Levi Brighton Spiker. Angel K. Streets. Caden Christopher Adams. Shayla Rose Adams. Tyler Grant Adams. Kathleen Marie Annan. Cordell Hunter Ayers.
What up, dog?
Braden Michael Baker. Hunter Marie B. Chase Alexander Beagley.
I hear you.
Matthew Jean Belanger. Clayton James Bennett. Jacqueline Marie Beveridge. Brenna Elizabeth Bischoff. Liana Rain Bischoff. Mary Mackenzie Bliss. Alexis Deanne Blosser Riley. Chloe Grace Bolliard. Alana Jade Phillips.